Hello friends, Jason here for TheChartGuys, taking a look at gold. I know I deleted this channel and the zone of resistance for my chart, but TradingView has decided it should be here, and here it is again upon loading my gold. So we're going to keep with it because for whatever reason, we're still inside this channel and we need to be paying attention to what that is. I thought we were going to get a breakout outside of this channel. I thought this big spike to the upside was enough to negate this zone of resistance. But you know what? It's still here, and we still seem to be playing something to do with this. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to modify my channel, and I'm going to just move my overall trend line up to this level. That's really more what I'm concerned about at this point, and we'll just keep that. And what we're going to do is actually just save our chart so that way it's there when we need it again next time. Okay, daily time frame. Gold had a nice green day today. It was an interesting FOMC reaction. It was relatively contained. We didn't see a lot of huge volatility that we have seen before. But what was interesting is toward the end of the day, the overall market and gold both had a pretty positive response. In fact, on gold, we had a big V-shaped recovery, and we are certainly just sort of doing what we had been doing prior to. So interesting, big drop, big recovery, now going sideways with a ever so slight 5-minute downtrend, at least a nice 15-minute support. So what am I going to take away from this? I'm going to ignore that big drop, and I'm going to ignore what has happened since, and just focus on this overall tiny little channel. That big drop, we'll see if it plays into anything as a support level moving forward, but otherwise, I'm still just watching this trend. We are setting higher highs, and we are setting ever so slightly higher lows as well. Here's at 1480. We got very close to that, $1 away. So a support level was found on that big drop, and now we need to determine what's happening next. Not a lot of clear direction on the daily time frame. We do have this trend line of resistance that we're going to see if we're going to interact with here in the next 24 hours or so. Bullish momentum certainly would indicate that on this candlestick here. And we'll see what happens as we see this trend evolve. Right now, 1480 is a very important level on the daily time frame. Double bottom support. Below that, we have another double bottom support at 1477. And then the ever important one way over here, 1459. Now we are well inside our trend line where that channel where that will come into play in the sense that we can get to that level without ever actually going outside of our trend. Should bulls pull things off, gets outside of the zone of resistance, our only real daily resistance level to watch out for is right here at 1517. But I would also be paying attention to that 1500 psychological level that has come into play so many times over the past several weeks. Watch out for 1500 psychological. On the 4-hour time frame, who's in charge? Not really anybody. Here we see that big move to the upside. Here's today's volatility. And now we have to establish, are we in a 4-hour uptrend? Are we in a 4-hour downtrend? All I see right now is the makings of a very bizarre head and shoulders pattern. If we go break bear and we lose 1480, I will consider that to be an execution of this weird head and shoulders pattern. But that's what I'm concerned about. There's a lot of volatility. Bulls should have been able to make a big break outside of this zone, but they're pushed right back in. And we need to determine what's going to happen in the short term. So if we set a low underneath 1508 and pull back, with this being our current 4-hour higher low or lower high, that will lock in that pattern, and we'll be looking at a 4-hour downtrend. We're just in a period of volatility and unknown right now. I want to see bulls take 1508, break to the upside, or at least establish a more conclusive 4-hour trend. Right now, we don't really have a lot to work with, so just watching that 1480 and 1508 level. On the hourly time frame, ever so slight hourly uptrend. And ignoring that big drop today, we have just a very meager sideways, almost sideways trading action. Not a lot happening here. And I'm just realizing that I've lost all of my cool indicators. I don't know where those are. That's interesting. But that's the story for gold today. In order to get things going, they're really going to have to break outside of this resistance zone and get over 1508, 1480. Still the same story on the hourly time frame. So we'll check in again tomorrow. Good luck to you guys. And if you manage to catch that big drop today and get a good buying opportunity, congratulations to you for being able to exploit that volatility against a nice, clear daily support level. Anyway, that's it for me. Have a good one.